Hello, this is Stephen White. This is part 2 of our discussion of the two great heroes of Philadelphia, William Penn and George Whitfield. Hark! Methinks I hear the saints chanting everlasting hallelujahs and spend an eternal day echoing songs of joyful praise. And do you not long, my brethren, to join that everlasting choir? That's it. One of the things that George Whitfield said at one of his group gatherings of 30,000 people in 1740. And John, if you would, come down here with me and show this picture I have of George Whitfield, an actual picture of George Whitfield, focusing on that. George Whitfield speaking to thousands of people in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I want to tell you about an experience that happened when he persuaded Benjamin Franklin to donate money. So one day, Benjamin Franklin heard that George Whitfield was coming to Philadelphia. So he said, I'm not going to give any money to his offering. I don't want him to build an orphanage in Savannah, Georgia. I want him to build an orphanage here in Philadelphia. So he put his money in his pocket and walked back there like this. This is actually in Benjamin Franklin's autobiography. You can actually read this. And as George Whitfield started speaking and started pouring out his plea for people to help people, the poor kids down in Savannah, Georgia, Benjamin Franklin felt bad and said, well, you know what? Well, I'll just give him a quarter maybe, or some coins. Let's put a few coins in his offering. And George Whitfield started speaking more and more, being more and more persuasive, more dramatic. And Ben Franklin said, well, maybe I'll give him some quarters and some silver and some dimes too. By the time George Whitfield was finished, Benjamin Franklin dumped out all of his pockets into the offering plate. And that's all in Abraham Lincoln's autobiography. He was very persuasive. One of the greatest speakers ever walked the face of the earth was George Whitfield. And look over here down, John. Philadelphia also got together, the businessmen. They built a building for George Whitfield because he had such a great following. In that building he built, George Whitfield one day went inside the building. The roof wasn't even finished. And he started preaching to a whole bunch of people. The University of Pennsylvania began in that building that they built. It was the largest building in Philadelphia, the largest building in colonial America. It was 100 feet wide by 70 feet long. 100 feet long by 70 feet wide. So let's come back over here, John, if you would. The second university George Whitfield influenced was in November 22nd of 1739, George traveled to a log college in Neshaminy, Pennsylvania. Here's a picture of the log cabbage here, the log college, it was called, in Neshaminy. George met this older man, his name was William Tennant, who was a Presbyterian preacher. He was training his 4 sons to be preachers. And it was the only college south of Yale University. Yale University was actually around that time too. As a matter of fact, before the Declaration of Independence, America had 9 colleges formed. And they are William and Mary, Harvard University, the University of Pennsylvania, Princeton, Rutgers, Columbia, Yale, Brown, Dartmouth, and there's one more. Oh, that's 9, 9 of them. Out of those 9, 7 are Ivy League colleges. They were all started, they were the colonial colleges in America. And this one right here, George Whitfield, helped influence from this log college here in Neshaminy, Pennsylvania. That college became Princeton University, the first Presbyterian college in America. And actually in 2022, it's ranked as the #1 school in America. So most people in America know nothing about George Whitfield and William Penn, as we talked about yesterday. But those 2 men were perhaps the greatest men who actually laid the foundation of America being such a great nation and laid the spiritual foundation of America. Thank you very much and have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.